I got a couple of things to ask you.
You do? Go for it.
All right, what is it like being such a huge presence in film? Like how was that? I mean, such an incredible decades, bro. Like of just being on like all kind of movies, big movies, indie movies, did this all this other stuff, bro. Like you are amazing, bro. Like I don't think you understand how much joy you bring me and have brought me. Like, bro, when my mom was fucking wilding out and my dad was smoking crack, you know who was there for me? B-Rad. Like, you think I'm kidding, bro? You helped me laugh when all I would do was cry. You, when I was going through all that shit that I was going through, you let that little boy know that he could make it out and make something of himself. And here I stand before you, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there for me when my parents were not. It's true.
But
And that's one movie. That's just one. You're that dude. Oh, stop.
oh, dude, that fucking
It's true though, man.
that's beautiful, dude. I appreciate that. I don't.
And you're still out here killing it. That's what's wild. You're doing your thing, you're having fun, you're being you. But I mean, man, what's that like? What was it like? Just like all the films, everything you've done. I come in here to take a piss. I look around and I'm like, I wish I could touch this many people. Pause.
Well, well, Seth MacFarlane says you got a lot of time, dude. You're beautiful, man. I did not expect that. I mean, look, it's hard for me to even. It's a long question, but I'll give you the simplest answer because you're in the game. You know it, and you know, you had a $30 million year.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And you're on stages around the world touching millions, if not billions.
I got a couple billion streams, so
Yeah, yeah. I just feel that I'm getting it because things have not like when I grew up when I was a child in the 70s and the 80s. My heroes are like Anthony Michael Hall, Rodney Dangerfield,
Pryor, of course.
yeah,
right?
Pryor, Ryan O'Neal. Different people, and yeah, for some reason I'm lucky because the generation I'm in from 95 on, the stuff still stays alive because of memes and GIFs and the internet.
Yeah.
So like movie in the 70s you don't hear about
Oh yeah.
as much.
Nobody's really talking about like Clint Eastwood movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they're brilliant.
Amazing, yeah.
And so I've now been able to do what I'm doing, but also kind of know that I'm this thing that is still alive and being reintroduced to people.
Yeah.
Like yourself and younger than you. And I'm like, it's a blessing. I don't even know. Like, I'm just kind of like you are. It's like if you're on stage and you got 50,000 people and you're doing this, you're the guy. It's almost like, would you agree with this? It's like you're doing it, but you're also with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So we're like, I'm in the middle of it, but I'm not like Jamie. There's times when I'm in bed and I'm like, I can't believe my life.
Yeah.
But I'm just so fortunate. And I mean, like when I see Scream, even though I've been dead for 25 years, it's like I'm a piece of it, or, Romeo and Juliet. Like I see, MGK's hair. People are like, yo, you started that haircut, like the pink hair he had.
For sure.
And, like when you said how much you love Malibu, before that, although right now you just made me cry, one of the most beautiful things is when people really do feel touched by what I do. And I feel that I didn't realize how important it was until a couple years ago, instead of the selfish, narcissistic reasons why I did it. But now I hate to sound like a cornball, but I kind of am providing acts of service.
100%. I think you also, sorry to interrupt you, you've single-handed, I actually did this, I have this new segment I'm going to be doing on YouTube where I'm in front of this like green screen and I basically bust out my Rolodex. And I talk about how I know everybody in my Rolodex from Ice Cube to J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
And you're in that. And I already did a video about you. And one of the things that I say that you're one of the few people that I've met, who have a career doing really great and they appreciate what they've also done in the past. because me as an artist, I'm always like, nah, but my new shit, like, nah, my new shit, nah, listen to this, like, da da da. And when people pay you compliments on movies from the 2000s or 90s, that the real foundation of you as a comedian and an actor and a man and a creative and an artist and a businessman, you're always so appreciative of it. You're always like, hell yeah. Like when we talked for the first time and I told you what Malibu's Most Wanted meant to me, you were like, that's so cool, man. Like you were like genuinely appreciative of it. And you taught me a lesson because so many people would hit me, or I see fans and they're talking about my third album or my first album or a mixtape I did way before any albums. And I'm kind of like, yeah, but my new shit though. And it's like, no, bro, you did that. And you should give yourself a moment to be able to pat yourself on the back and understand that, like, for me, I am not an artist that you can judge on one album or one single or my newest shit. I am rap Bowie. I am like, you're going to look at my entire collection of music when I'm 50 and be like, yo, damn, he did it. Some ebbs and flows, some high moments, some dips.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it, and he's still here killing it. And you have set just such a great example of what it means to appreciate where you've been, where you are, and where you want to go. So thank you for that.
Dude, I appreciate you, bro. I mean, that's a huge compliment coming from you. And it's just,
Thank you.
I feel fortunate to comment on that, to just be able to act, to do comedy. Like, I was such a hard thing to break into. And then when I get it, I think that every success, I don't keep this stuff because I'm like, I just keep it as a memory of like one thing I done to be like, okay, so I did that. And it's just a reminder when the days are dark, because it is an achievement to be able to do something, to create something, and maybe somebody fucks with it.
And that doesn't even mean it needs to be on this huge level. Like anybody else out there watching or listening, it's like the things that you have accomplished as a human being, whether it's a great painting that you did in college or whether it's a position that you worked at for 30 years and, were able to provide for your family. Like these are things like it's not all just about fame and glitz and glamour and money, man. It's like respectfully, the average man and woman or lampshade, however you identify, out there doing their thing. Like, kudos to you and as creatives and as people. Like, that's just, I don't know. It's a real thing. I have a question for you real quick.
Go for it.
Sorry, I know I'm holding
This is the Logic Pod. I
it
like
really
it.
is. I'm sorry.
I like it.
You going to do my podcast?
Of course.
Okay, then I won't ask you too many questions.
When is it starting?
I think it's going to start sooner than later, but I've just been I've been going through my Rolodex and kind of calling people. And I
Put
know
me
a lot of
down.
them. Hey, okay, bet.
After Ice Cube.
I got to do